I'm back on YouTube. I finally get to say that. As you can see, the visual is a lot better than it was in 2020 and 2018. The audio is a lot better than it was 2020 and 2018. And again, I'm trying to focus on hello world. You're now tuned into the Wray Show, and it's 2022 and you haven't seen me in about a year. I took some time off from making videos on here because I wanted to perfect what I was doing. I wanted better video quality. I wanted to speak better on here. I wanted to enunciate, tone. I wanted to capture all of that, because the last thing you want to do when making a video is to have like a bad sound or the visual is bad. But most importantly is you don't want to lose the audience. And that's something I don't want to do. Once I draw in a bunch of people, I want to keep them there. But the main reason I'm here today is, of course, I wanted to get started back on YouTube. But most importantly is I wanted to share my transition from being a coach, basketball coach to be specific, to real life, my regular life, as the Al Ray Show, as me, Al Ray. 2020, 2021 was my last season of coaching basketball, formally coaching boys basketball. I had been thinking about it for a while, and I just got to the point of, I want to do what I want to do in life, and that was be in front of the camera and do that whenever I wanted to. Now, again, basketball coaching, I love it. It was my life for a very long time, 8 years to be exact, plus me playing since I was 5 or 6 years old. But it didn't allow me to do everything that I wanted to do. So that included traveling, like going to places in the States, like going to LA, which I got to do, like going to New York City, which I got to do, like going out for my birthday, which is something I finally got to do. And basketball didn't allow me to do those things. It would always be, I would get started with doing things or get started with being in front of this camera, and then basketball season would come and I would have to stop. And just like that, it would come to a halt, and I'll be so tired and so tied up in practice or a game every single day that I just didn't feel like picking the camera up and recording and editing, because that can be such a process as well. So year after year, start recording, stop, start recording, stop. So I was tired of that. And it came to the point of, do you continue coaching and not do everything else that you love, or do everything else that you love and you just miss out on coaching? So I decided to do everything that I love and I'll just miss out on coaching. I still get my itch with coaching, but my itch gets scratched every once in a while. I still go to the high school games. I still watch the NBA. I still talk to former players and whatnot. So my itch still gets scratched. So I'm satisfied on that end. And at the same time, I get to be in front of the camera. I get to create stuff for TikTok, for Instagram, for Twitter, for Facebook, for here, finally, on YouTube. I'm back. I'm back on YouTube. I finally get to say that. As you can see, the visual is a lot better than it was in 2020 and 2018. The audio is a lot better than it was 2020 and 2018. And again, I'm trying to focus on pronunciation, my enunciation, the speed that I'm talking to. Am I talking too fast, too slow? Like, I'm trying to keep you engaged. That's something that I'm very focused on in 2022. Of course, I want the likes. Of course, I want the views. Of course, I want the great feedback. But in order to get to that point, there's the small details that you have to conquer. And this is one of the small details that I want to conquer by focusing on my speech and how I deliver the message and keeping you all drawn in. So all in all, I have made that transition. I fully committed to being in front of this camera full time, to posting content, to creating content on all platforms, from Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, you name it. As I said before, I'm committed to doing that now. Coaching is in the rearview mirror. I do miss it sometimes, but it's not what's best for me right now. I'm all in. The Wray Show. Now, I don't want you to forget now. Make sure you subscribe to this channel because you're watching this video. If you need to create a YouTube account, go ahead and do that so you can subscribe to this channel. I also need you to like this dang video. I need you to like it now. And I also need you to leave a comment if you'd like to. And then if you love it, now if you really love this and you really love me, share this with others so they can come on, so they can subscribe, like, and do the same as you. So that's all I have. This is my third introduction, as I had an intro back in 2018, an intro in 2020, and now I'll say third time's a charm. 2022, here I am. Until next time, I will see you all later. Peace.